My name is Ramon Barredo, and the reason I went with Human Wellness Center actually is because the stem cell thing I've been thinking about for a while though. When I finally met Brian again, right? After all these years, that's what gave me the confidence to do it. You know what I mean? Knowing somebody that actually had gone through it before. You know what I mean? And Brian's done it several times already. So it reduced the amount of fear that I had. Um he looked great, right? Like when I saw him, he looked amazing. So I was and we're the same age. So that helped me decide, then and there, to go with Human Wellness Center. Like to be honest, I had thought about it for so long that that the 30-minute IV thing, it wasn't what I thought it would be. You know what I mean? I thought it would be some kind of some kind of miracle thing. But the nice thing about it was all the other activities that we got to do in Colombia. Because otherwise, it would have been just maybe an introduction, like an hour of them telling you about stem cells, um, and then 30 minutes of getting it done, and then you're pretty much done. But the nice thing about going with Brian was that they showed us the place where they actually harvest the stem cells. Um, they gave us a tour of the city. They took us to the best restaurants out there. So it went from like an uneventful experience to a really memorable experience, actually. Yeah, I'd like to say, like, there are some differences. I've noticed, like, I'm sleeping better, um, breathing better. I feel like, there's certain pains that have gone away. Um, one of the things that these guys talk about too, and especially Brian, was after you get the stem cells, you don't want to waste it. You need to kind of like take charge and do everything that you possibly can. It's like a rebirth, right? So for the past 2.5 months, like I've incorporated a diet. I've hit the gym. I've taken a lot of different supplements that they recommended over there. There's also a lifestyle change that comes with it. Yeah, I mean, like thing from then to now, I was telling you, like, I've dropped like 18 pounds, right? I feel a lot better, lighter, like I said, sleeping better. I feel like I don't know, like, like I've been studying a lot lately, so like it feels like I'm retaining a lot more of the information. And then if you ask me, yeah, would I do it again? Of course I would do it again. You know what I mean? The science for me proves it, right? Like how could it not work? You got to do like Brian was saying, like you got to do everything. You know what I mean? It's not just the stem cells. You kind of have to look at things differently from now on, you have to take care of your body, take care of your mind. Don't drink, reduce sugars. And that's funny because he was asking me if I still drink, and I still drink, here and there, right? And sugars is I've like watched my sugars, right? And like, different carbs and stuff like that. And yeah, man. I mean, like, other than that, like I feel good. Good. Yeah. No, no, no. Thank you guys. No, thank you guys. It wasn't even like I didn't even feel like it was like like they were working. It just felt like I don't know. I just want to say thank you, man. Like, you know what I mean? They these guys um made me feel like really at home. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I can contact them anytime. I haven't contacted Jacobo because he's been traveling a lot. Well, I think that's the problem with the world nowadays and business nowadays is leaning towards that corporate experience, right? Where it's complete bullshit, right? Because if you have a problem, you know what I mean? You can't really talk to anybody. Or if you do talk to somebody, it's like you're almost dealing with a computer. It's like, hey, I have a problem or I have a question about this. And they go into a database and they say, okay, well, this is what I can do, right? Versus my experience with the Human Wellness Center is you get a human experience. Like, hey, you know what? Like, hey, if you have an issue with this, hey, we can do this, or I can help you with this. It's that it's just basically that word, I can help you, right? Versus with a bigger company and a corporate and with a corporate environment, it's like you kind of get like a McDonald's experience, right? Versus like a human wellness center where it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Like you kind of get that you do get that home feel. You know what I mean? Like I would rather have that. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what's wrong with the world today is like you get too much corporate shit. And I do believe that the world is turning, right? Like, like I've been telling you, I've been getting to AI, right? So now you have individuals that are taking on, what I mean, these massive corporate, um, they can take on the big corporations and have that, that backing. So now there's gonna be one of these, you know what I mean? Like a fight between, like a battle between the small guy and the big guy. And I do believe that, what I mean, you will get a better experience and a more personalized experience from Human Wellness Center. So I think that's the key here,